cannot go around me or through me to get to my father law, but he and I are one and the same. Now you see what must be done before you can be a universal architect.
Universal justice. Balance scale, divine righteous judgment. Now be the black man time. Fuck if you trust this, you gonna feel the positive vibe. Oh, we gon' bust quick. How do you filthy as lies? Young black people need to learn who you are and understand why you're light skin, brown and dark. And always know where the sun get the heat to stay hot. Stand firm in your square and you never will stop. Rock out with your cock out and never drop out. You be the masters of subconscious ultra builder, no doubt. You build a planet real fast, ultra smooth with no sound. You build a planet real fast, ultra smooth with no sound.
Sun's in sight, katana swore me my coffin. I fast to meditate upon that ass like we're hard. Assimilate your fate along the brigade.
You cannot go around me or through me to get to my father law, but he and I are one and the same. Now you see what must be done before you can be a universal architect.
Universal justice. Balance scale, divine righteous judgment. Now be the black man time. Fuck if you trust this, you gonna feel the positive vibe. Oh, we gon' bust quick. How do you filthy as lies? Young black people need to learn who you are and understand why you're light skin, brown and dark. And always know where the sun get the heat to stay hot. Stand firm in your square and you never will stop. Rock out with your cock out and never drop.
I'll see 4 minutes while I eat this chicken.
Peace. What's happening? What's up, family? Peace to the gods, peace to the earth, man. Peace to all the positive people in the universe, man. Y'all know what it is. It's the God and Earth Hour podcast. It's your brother, man, Minister Freedom All Out, man, and we broadcasting live, man, from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, man, wherever you at, man. We appreciate having you on, man. Listen, we came to add on and add a cipher, man, with y'all and build and kick it. Y'all know how we do, man, on one of the livest podcasts in representation, man, of the 5 percenters and the gods and the earths and all the positive and live folks out there kicking it all the way live, man. Y'all know I ain't in here solo. Me and my brothers, man. Peace to all the gods, man. We up in here. We up in the building, man. Damn, I don't know why the joint a little tilted. Let me straighten us out. So I guess I'll let everybody introduce themselves. Welcome, and bring all of the great gods to the stage, man.
Peace.
It's always a pleasure to have y'all, man. Peace, everybody.
Peace. I see it, Law. You know, I want to welcome everybody back. You know, we're going to have a good show for y'all, as usual. You know, welcome to the Friday Night Cipher. You know, we're going to give it to you hot off the press, as we always do. You know how it go.
Peace to the gods, peace to the earth, true journey Allah. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me. Comrades.
Peace to the God, man. Welcome, Michael. Man, it's always a pleasure to have you here as always, man. And peace to all of the viewers, man, all of the usual suspects, all the folks in the building, man. As y'all can see, man, we striving to, you know, switch the scenes up. Switch the backgrounds up, man. Keep it looking funky, keep it looking fresh, man. To keep our stream and chat, man, nice and interactive and on the up and up, man. So, guys, man, that's, you know, for anybody that's new here, that's new to the cipher, new to the podcast, if you didn't know what we do here at the God and Earth Hour podcast, man, we basically here to give an understanding and give a preview and give a light and give a window into the teachings of the 5 percenters, man, and into the teachings of our way of life. We view a couple gods and some earths and brothers and sisters, man, who came together, who here together in knowledge, that want to teach and add on, man, and all the folks out there that's interested in knowledge and here to get knowledge, be a resource so that you can find your way, man, to that. That's right and exact. So, if you interested in learning or getting connected with the teachings and getting connected to our way of life, man, make sure you hit the link. You go to the 5percentconnection.com and can get connected with us, man, and we'll get you connected to the gods and the earth, man, near you. So tonight, man, it's the first of many, the Friday Night Cipher. So we in here Friday nights, man. We really looking to have a little more expanded panels on Fridays, or have us an in-studio guest, man, to keep it rocking. So
right.
Peace to the God.
You see, you never know who may end up coming through, you know?
telling you.
You know, we got an open door policy tonight.
Yeah.
You know, we got an open door policy tonight. You know, guards may be falling through at any time. You
Yep.
know.
Peace to the God, like you said. Supreme Scientist. True Johnny the God asking you to introduce yourself. He said he can't never catch your name.
True Johnny Allah, God. Can y'all hear me?
You need
Yeah, we can hear you.
Alright. True Johnny Allah, God. Peace.
We can hear you, God. Hold on. Let me make sure.
sound like his mic need to be turned up a little bit or something.
Yeah, well, you ain't gonna be able to hear his mic. In there.
Turn the mic up.
No, you good.
That's good?
God.
Say mic check, 1 2 1 2.
Nah, I don't rap. Not
Say it
no
one
more.
more time.
Peace. True Johnny Allah, God.
Peace, God. Yeah, he said peace. We heard you that time.
Whoa.
Loud and clear, man.
Whoa.
So yeah, man, we in the building. Peace to the gods. Peace, God. Welcome to everybody, man. Welcome. It's a pleasure to have y'all. So look, on tonight's cipher, man, we really gonna start the cipher off and just kind of go around. And not only, you know, I personally want to build about. I know I wanted to give an opportunity to, because you know, true, we always had you on here, man, but we never really. I know we haven't took the opportunity to really
Peace, God.
interview and build it out. Peace, God. Love you too, Supreme. We never really took the time to interview our brother and really pick the God brain, man, because this is a great God we got sitting over here, man. I know he come right in and just hop right into the fireworks and get right into the cipher, and we just get to going through it, man. But God, I wanna pick your brain, man. First off, I like you to, if you can, I'm gonna put you right in the cipher, man. If you can, God, I want you to build on how you see today's mathematics, right? And then who you are, God, and what you do, right? And what the knowledge itself has really done for you, God. And then we just gonna go into what you do, man. You know what I'm saying? So is that cool? Is that a peace signing question for you?
I guess, man. Y'all got the doors unlocked?
So come on up, God. Come on up.
Alright, God. Well, I mean, first and foremost, God, you know, I'm going to step into the Supreme Cipher, True Johnny Allah, God. See today's mathematics is knowledge, all being born in supreme wisdom, God. The way I see wisdom, God, and I'm just going to, like, tie it into what the lessons has done for me. True indeed. Can you hear it, Lord?
You good. You can
Okay.
sit back a little bit. You good.
True indeed. Sit back from the microphone,
Yeah, you gotta
man.
talk into that boy. We in the
Yeah,
studio,
man.
baby.
Just, you know.
Yeah, just relax, God.
What the knowledge has done for me, man. Like, I'm someone that was raised in a Christian household, you know, and so just getting a hold of the knowledge, man, and being able to look at lessons or, you know, mathematical equations and things that you were able to apply to life, you know, like being able to manifest that, you know. We was always taught that people that were wise were people that were just elderly, that, you know, had been through the different journey and just gained this knowledge along the way. But, you know, according to my supreme mathematics, I'm going to look at somebody as wise, man, that's manifesting what they know. You know, I come from, you know, the belly, God. I got knowledge in the belly, and it's a lot of intelligent brothers in there, you know. And you listen to brothers spit this, you know, they spit 120, the Bhagavad Gita, the Circle 7, and, you know, the teachings, and, you know, the ACAP, they got it all together, right? But they be on a M prefix or they T prefix. So you may know this, right? But you're not manifesting what it is that you know. You know, and I think that like that's a testament for me today, man. Just what the lessons have done for me. Like, I haven't read a degree that I haven't been able to apply to my life and be able to analyze what's going on and what's in front of me and, you know, make things better. You know, gaining the lessons have made me a solutionist. You know, most of my life, man, I walked around complaining, being a victim, you know, or what the white man doing or what the devil doing to me, you know, and, you know, creating situations. And I think what, you know, the one thing the teachers do is make you look in the mirror and focus everything on self, man. And when you put this into your DNA and you understand and you're able to walk and you're able to talk and look at the different components of the lessons, man, this is what make you wise, right? And we understand this is the first step before understanding, so, and that's the best part. So, I mean, that's how I see the math today, God, just tying it into, you know, how I'm living the mathematics, Lord.
Peace, God, no doubt. No, I can definitely see that, God. What I would say is, just on that, What is it? Now I know, like you said, how you see it, God. Now, what can you, if you don't mind, would you go into what you doing, where you at, you know, just in life and just your whole bit, God.
All right, so that's pretty deep within itself, God. And
In a nutshell.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you got a great resume. And
I try to give it like 2 minutes, Lord. I try to give it like 2 minutes. You know, respect to the mathematics. I try to give it like what's the minutes, God? Like, I think that where I'm at in life is a real testament of wisdom. You know, a manifestation of knowledge. A lot of things that I wrote about, a lot of the components of my organization. That's a very great national organization today.
Yeah.
A lot of components of my LLCs and the books that I've written. I've written 3 books. Like, all these things came from the belly, and it was knowledge, right? And I had to get into, the guy last week was telling me, you know, guys, you can't really live a culture out in prison. I understood what he was saying, right? Because that womb that you need to manifest the knowledge that you have isn't really the type of womb that's going to really make you who you are when you're in prison, right? Because it's parameters around that. You know, so I'm a living testament of somebody that did 8 years in the penitentiary, wrote while I was in, gained the knowledge that I had, and came home and walked directly into the path of everything that I said, man. And, you know, dealing with the nonprofit, you know, while we was in prison, we said, you know, one of the things that is a big ailment for the, you know, urban community is people have a lot of knowledge on how to do things, but they don't have knowledge on how to put it on paperwork. You know, how to build that business credit, how to, you know, get into that business structure world, you know. And so we said, we created an organization to do that for free. You know, if you have an idea that want to bring you to A to Z, we'll do it for free. You know, the cream gonna rise to the top. And so that's the name of the organization, The Cream. And we pride ourselves on LLCs, S corporations, nonprofits, all the documentation that accommodates that. You know, that's what we pride ourselves on. And you know, that's a little bit about me, man. Not
Peace,
to,
God.
you know, just keep going, but you know, just a little bit.
God, that's what we here. I don't want to say that's what we here for. But God, what I will say is that I applaud you, and you know that's why I rock with you, and I like you, God, because I think you are an example of how learning the teachings and how gaining mathematics and how gaining understanding kind of give you the ability to add on and how to add a cipher and how to gain and take what you're doing and take life and take, you know, what you've learned and really bring it to somebody else, God. So
Sure, indeed.
I think it's not only a powerful, not only a beautiful thing, but God is powerful. You know what I'm saying? So with that, God, what I will ask you is,
Sure, indeed.
you know, with that, in your work in terms of nonprofit, God, in terms of helping the people, in terms of, you know, how and just work, community work in general, God, what do you see and what do you say is that factor that people need to help them really get successful? Like when we go and we teachers, we people that go out and teach, God, what's something that you see like in common that all of these people need that they're dealing with, that to those that want to add on, that want to be leaders and innovators and take their knowledge to another level? What's something you would say that people need?
I mean, I think that's a good question, but I also think that's a broad question, right?
No doubt.
And I think it's subjective depending on what angle or what industry that it is that we're talking about. But with respect to the platform, God, we don't got to get away from the teachers, God. Your duty is to teach. And I think that dealing with any organization or any method that you're going to get across to the community, understand that your duty is just to do that, teach, right? And so when you teach, you're helping people to be self-sufficient. You know, we don't want organizations like the Black Man, Woman, and Child cannot afford organizations that, you know, are just giving away this, giving away that, helping out from this, helping out from that. We need organizations that's bringing, you know, real-time solutions and that's allowing us to be self-sufficient, God. You know, and I think to me, that's just the key.
Peace to the God. Peace to the God. Thank you, God. Thank you. So we got a few questions.
Uh-oh.
We got a few questions.
Ready?
Yeah. I see. I'm gonna put you in the cipher for this one, man. And yo, bring the questions. These are questions we can take.
It's a question for me.
Well, I'm gonna just throw the question at you. The whole cipher can mess with it. Say, can you and the guys build on how y'all see today's degree in actual facts? as well as expound on how y'all drawing up actual facts? Or can you and the God build on how you? Okay, yeah, build on. I'm gonna just take that. Can you and the gods build on how y'all see today's degree in actual, as well as expound how y'all drawing up actual facts? So today's seeing how you see today's degree in the actual facts and how you expound on drawing up actual facts. As well as another question on YouTube was, hold on. Damn, my bad. Peace. I think my mic was muted out. So, first question on YouTube was, can you and the guys build on how you see today's degree in actual, as well as expound on how you see drawing up actual facts? Second question was, what techniques do you use to deprogram yourself after 8 years? That type, if
8 years,
this type can destroy, if not mindful. That was just like a spam type shit that got posted.
8 years.
Yeah. That was on you. That was on Instagram. That one over there. The first comment I wrote about the actual facts. You want to take that one, or which one you want to take?
I guess the 8 year one. Who? What you talking to me? I see.
I see.
I see.
Which one?
Which one you say you wanted to take?
Well, the 8 years one is about me doing 8 years, so you take the actual fact.
What's the who asked that question?
G1001 on Instagram.
No, you peace, God. Well, I'm wondering, I hate to ask a question with a question. I'm wondering, do this individual knowledge 120? As asking that question.
Right.
And as far as like when you say, what was the other question?
How do you see drawing up actual facts?
Right. Because they kind of like, the name kind of like speaks for itself. That's why they, what they are in our lessons.
Oh, I think I know what that is. That's the God. If I'm not mistaken, that's the God. Let me look at the. Yeah, that's the God. The God we built with the God in the on the cipher that Power Born in the man. The God know 120 if I'm mistaken. Yeah, the God know 120. Yeah.
What's the God name?
Man, what's the God? What's the God's? I'm trying to think. What's the God's righteous name, man? Damn, that shit slipped. Let me look. I can't think of the God righteous name offhand, God. But I seen the God picture, and I know exactly who that is, God. I had to look in Telegram, God. There be so many gods we be building with. I can't remember the God offhand, but the God know 120, God. I just pulled up the God profile without, looking up through the whole thing. But yeah, if God, you want to take that question first, we can if you want to.
I mean, I just got questions about that.
Yeah. Well, I can add on to it too. I can.
I mean, if you choose to, I mean, I got a question about that one.
Go ahead.
A question about the question.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead, God. I'd rather build a sound on that one.
No doubt. Peace.
To the God, with the God.
Word. No doubt. So God, you take the other question. What techniques did you use to deprogram yourself after 8 years?
I'm taking a 120 question. Or?
No, you was talking about
question.
the 8 years.
Bill said, what techniques did you use to deprogram yourself after 8 years?
Deprogram myself from what? Prison? Or the mindset. Because I didn't have the same mindset in prison the whole 8 years. Is he saying like?
I guess at first getting knowledge, I would guess.
Yeah.
Like whatever mentality you was coming out of.
Well, I think the first thing for me, I went through a life-changing experience that made me want to kind of look for something different. I lost my 19-year-old sister to AIDS, man, while I was in prison. It was the craziest shit I've ever been through in my life. One of the hardest things I've ever been through in my life. And I began to look for some type of salvation or some type of peace, you know, in scriptures and the spooky shit, you know. And it wasn't until I came across some brothers that was like, man, you know, knowledge is the key, you know, knowledge is the way. And even when I first heard it, I'm like, man, all right, you know, whatever. Like, I'm grieving. I'm going through whatever I'm going through, right? But as I began to read, and as I began to knowledge 120, like, I think the programming within the mind began to unfold itself. You know, I mean, it wasn't anything that I specifically did per se outside of became studious. You know, if it was anything I did, it would show the discipline to read and to educate myself and learn something different. You know, we all are a glimpse of our subconscious. And so, you know, being raised in the hood and seeing gunshots and seeing, you know, the way that you embrace a misogynist culture, or the way that you just look at your brothers like they ain't nothing. Like, these are things that you embracing every day through the music, through the TV, and things of that nature. So in prison, I just began to push into my subconscious 120. I pushed into my subconscious knowledge of self, the science of self. You know, just different books, man. Message to the Black Man. I mean, I wrote my own books. You know what I'm saying? I read the Bible. I read the Bhagavad Gita. I read the Circle 7. You know, I acknowledged all of the lessons of the Nation of Islam. You know, I just began to just pour knowledge into my subconscious, and eventually I began to become what it was that I was putting into my, you know, I began to become the food that I was eating, if that makes sense.
No doubt. No, definitely.
Peace.
So with that, God, peace to the gods, real quick, man. Savior Universe out of now, Mecca. Savior Universe now. Savior Universe now out of now, Mecca said, can y'all build on the wisdom degree in the 1 to 14? Peace, God. That's the easy one. I'll take that one.
I got a hard time civilizing myself.
That ain't too hard though.
No.
Peace, God. I'll take that one real quick before. But after this one, man, we're gonna go to the little music joint we got, as well as some videos we want to add on with. So, yo, wisdom degree in the 1 through 14, man. What I would say, God, you know, why did Musa have a hard time civilizing the devil in the year 2000 BC? For me, man, you know, I think that's the understanding that when you are using your wisdom in the wilderness, that when we out being a civilizer, because Musa just means civilizer. His job was to civilize the people. So we here to teach civilization. They're here to teach that primarily to the people before knowledge itself and before anything. Because our people, and for the most part, they lost knowledge of themselves. And they strayed away from who they truly are. So my whole thing is, in use of your wisdom and in use of your teaching abilities, it's not going to be easy. Everyone is not gonna, you know, the best students are those who are not quick to just follow what you have to say. You know what I mean? So, in using your wisdom and in using what you speak, it's not gonna always be easy. You're gonna have a hard time civilizing your brother, civilizing your people, man. You know, because our job is to teach knowledge and wisdom to all the human families of the planet Earth, man. So that's how I see it, God. I see. Anything you wanna add on, True?
I do. I want to internalize it a little bit. A lot of times we go through life feeling as though like we got the answers, right? And like a lot of things that we implemented throughout our lives are productive, you know. And you feel like that you civilizing self, or you feel like that you putting yourself in a better position. But you're really coming from a savage mind state, you know. And a savage is someone who has lost knowledge of who they are, right? And so a lot of times we can get away from the path that we supposed to be on and how we supposed to be moving. I go through it a lot myself, you know. And so, I mean, I like to internalize the lessons, man. That's just kind of how I see it, man. Like, a lot of times we have a hard time civilizing because we're not coming from the right state of mind. You know, we're not really standing on that knowledge that we really know and really stands true. You know, we use some pseudo shit, you know, just some shit to get by. And that's why it's a hard time to civilize, man. Peace.
That'd be a good way. You know, civilizing the devil could also be like over. You know what I'm saying?
Youngins.
Right. So, and then, you know, when you deal with it, you know, externally, I mean, you can actually just go through the history, you know, through the mythological history or the religious history of dealing with Musa, you know, otherwise known as Moses, and look at it from the different perspectives that they got for you, you know, which is like, you know, from the Bible or from the Quran or, you know, from the Torah, whichever way. And then you can go and look into the actual life of the individual and, you know, draw different parallels from the story, you know, of Musa when he was in the wilderness. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he lived to be 120 years old, you know what I'm saying? He had this life split up in three different, phases, you know, 40 years, you know. And, you know, 40 years was like, you know, considered the age of enlightenment, you know, in regards to a lot of individuals, you know. So he went through like 40 years, 40 years in the wilderness, 40 years in Egypt, you know what I'm saying? 40 years being raised in the temple or something like that or whatnot. But however, that's an example of the internal and the external, you know, which is dealing with today's mathematics, which is wisdom, which is dealing with the duality, the two perspectives of, you know, all things, because all things must have two different perspectives, you know, a positive and a negative, or a front and a back, or up and down. You know, it's never just one side. There's always two sides to everything in nature. You know, and that is where you can go into the different understandings of today's degree dealing with the 1 to 14.
Peace, God.
You know, peace to the gods.
Peace, God. Yeah, so yo, we gonna go we gonna roll over, man, to the musical joints and musical side of the show, man, in the segment where we gonna, you know, we strive to show and show some support, man, to great gods and great earths who making dope music, man, and who making some live hot music, man, and we definitely wanna show them some love. So we got some hot tracks about to come up real quick. Cue these up so I can get the guys on the stage, man, because I definitely think y'all gonna enjoy it. I got a couple really dope and live tracks, man, as usual, for our viewing audience and for our viewing pleasure, man. So I'm about to bring these up for the people. Hold on. Boom. Let's get up over here. I got all of this stuff in the way. Yo, and if anybody got any questions, man, make sure you drop your questions, man. Make sure you if it's something that you want to know or something that you want to ask while we going into this little intermission, man, make sure that you ask them, or make sure that you get it up there, man. So we're gonna go into the music. Then we got a couple videos that we wanna put out there and show some love on, and then we're gonna be up and rolling. So let me get this up for y'all. Alright, so yo, first up, man, I got my man Scrooge. We got the great God. I tried to call him and let him know what was up, man, but he ain't answered. So yo, I'm about to rock to the God. Yo, peace, shot God, unique, man. Peace to the God, man. So first up, I got my man Scrooge, who's a D Mecca native and local. One of our man, Self-I Justice, man. So I'm gonna let the God track go first, and then I got another one, man. Peace to the God.
God, he from the cultural knowledge?
No. Come on, man. What's up?
186K faster, your belt.
Say it is what it is. It's with the changeable, never rearrangeable. I gotta be who I am. Nigga don't understand, I'm the original man. What's the plan without motion? Just a dream to an American fiend coping. You know what I mean? Gotta wake up, learn to walk again, learn to talk again, eat right. Mind and body together, that out the line got me used to get sloppy off some potion. Emotions numb and frozen, coasting down memory lane, searching for pain just to feel alive again. What a surprise, what I needed to find was submerged beneath true lies. We scurry to survive, only to find joy in the devil's cries. Or you can find failure whenever God denies. Time flies as I analyze so many lost lives. Can't think to put it aside, I'm too wise, so I move forward towards infinity. Put the troubles behind, happy every day the remedy.
2K20, 90s out, 80 baby. We find routes, not clout. Fuck you talk about the slight work. Watch your mouth, we fight first. Word to pop, drop bombs, give jury to the blind. Fist of fury, freeze time, keep up. With my feet up recline, slight work. New curriculum, pendulum swinging into the victim. When you know it's a rhythm, subliminal, keep it simple. I'm told, Lord knows, I don't speak in general, but slight work. Absolute proof, biochemical in the meat soup, cerebral. So what's evil? Up to you, debit and credit. Fuck that microwave shit, instant grips, how you and thick, lickety split. Can't, it's a risk, of course. Reward is if you quit, ignore the riff. Hit the door, no bliss, like work. Traveling, despite fear, like years faster. 186K faster, your belt, pull up your britches, youngin'. Master self and no thing is nothing. Ain't that something?
Don't talk like one of them, you're not. Even if you'd like to be. To them, you're just a freak. Like me. They need you right now. When they don't, they'll cast you out. Like a leper. See, their morals, their code. It's a bad joke. You've dropped the first sign of trouble. They're only as good as the world allows them to be. I'll show you. When the chips are down, these civilized people, they'll eat each other. See, I'm not a monster. I'm just ahead of the curve.
Get your free copy of my new best-selling book.
Yo, peace.
Baker's Club.
Y'all know what it is, man. Peace, yo, peace to the gods. Yo, I think we got the audio back. Yeah, we good?
Yeah.
Yo, so that was Scrooge McJust, man, Supreme Self, featuring the Supreme Most High, my man. Y'all know how we do it, man. That's my man, straight from D-Mecca, man, one of D-Mecca's finest. We gonna keep it all the way live. Next up, man, you know I got to pump my mans. My mans, these boys just came out with a new video, man, a few days ago. I gotta show the guys some love. Y'all know, man, Minister Freedom, man, y'all know I'm a huge fan of my brother, my Black Sea, man, my main man, Raz Fresco. We're gonna show the guys some love as they new joint, The Secret Wars LP. Comic-Con. Yo, check
you say
this
a
one
new
out.
joint?
Yeah, new video they just dropped.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
When they drop it?
Maybe like
just
a couple days ago.
Word?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
No, the
yeah.
garbage dropping fire. I'm interested to hear this
They
one.
do it for Peace to the God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what are you trying to do?
I just wanted you to know we're thrilled with the script.
Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant. Wouldn't change a thing.
We just had a couple of notes.
One or two. Nothing significant.
Let's see, there's a typo on page 5, there's a continuity problem on page 32. I think that scene's supposed to be at night. Let's see, Jesus can't be black. Maybe we could make Jesus another color.
How about white?
But Jesus was.
Wow. Hey yo, black is carbon, call the coppers, copping pennies, cotton box, pocket watch for guap, pocket watch, and dots, clock is dot. Straight out of Comic-Con, the gym dropping. Your third eye chakra lock with the SP4 9 pad swap, mascot, fast cash, mother half man, half astronaut. Mr. Rap a lot, the soft turn crack, rock, cold hammers, Thor Ragnarok. Did Beyonce, Jehovah Witness knocking at your night, the cactus spot, you graduate. situation cat, my PhD. Playing hoes daily round the mad. Pragmatic Cadillac aristocrat. Cinematic villain rap. Purple haze. Pink diplomatic killer pack. Get it by the glad bag. Moving like Amtrak. Raw like this 2-track. Take down straight. Ayo, the certified crate dicker with the marvelous right wrist. Cocaine flake flipper. That's a great. Ayo, red like you gotta watch me. Sauce dripping teriyaki. Then Beyonce bass. Hypnotize your face. Gotta rock. Poppin' like Jabberwockies. Pop up like paparazzi. Haagen-Dazs. Toast to cakes divine. Ayo, ignorance is birth. We die young. Live for the paper first. Pirelli skirt. Bakery set. Amazingly chef. Ratio stretch. Form fellatio. Blast. Connect. Assets. Protect. Land you can only pass on. Ayo, charge a Duracell. Burn your L. Earn a burn in hell. Learn the curve to sell. The curse from birth under the murder cell. Spell. Collect intel. He playing gangster like he Denzel. My pencil. NyQuil. Leave your mess. Ayo, the God-born flavor. Born self-savior. I stimulate life and matter. Process data. Sets blaze low. Ski layered whole freak from your screensaver. Break it down like a cheese grater. Get my cheese grater. Master like you be Vegas. Risky like Las Vegas. I got my own raw papers. Get baked. Boss paper. Floss and multiple frosted layers like an ice cream. My nerve bitch. Rock the buns like Princess. Ayo, red like you gotta watch me. Sauce dripping teriyaki. Then Beyonce bass. Hypnotize your face. Gotta lie. Poppin' like Jabberwockies. Pop up like paparazzi. Haagen-Dazs. Toast to hypnotize. Ayo, we want dictionary stacks. We visionaries. Politic like black diplomats. That whole military straps. 120 lessons cap. Cat rap. Smack that. Fuck jail. Cracker searching for the crack in your ass. Found your LP in the trash. Left it right there. My black skin. Seen by the devil in his nightmares. I gave my young lord the Duracell. Peace guard. They tryna program your cells like a cell phone. You in hell. 2 out of 3 born to fail. 9 out of 10 in the crime. 1 out of 5 picked you out the line. Judge said 11. Hope you only gotta do 7. But then I had an I8 turbo engine. The game sold, not told. Pay attention, earn a lesson. Or repeat the curse like a jail sentence. They say I'm moving extra. The 2-tone vintage, guess denim jacket for breakfast.
Peace.
Peace, peace.
Yo, my mans came with the flamers.
All the time.
Yo.
God always got the fire.
My mans came with the flames, dog. Peace to the God. Yo, y'all know this why I'm just such an avid banker and Bakers Club supporter, man, because the God keep it funky and lovely, man. I love it, man. Peace to the God. Oh my damn, one of the cameras done went out.
Oh, snizzer.
Yeah, not they all true.
You know, we works it. We works it.
Yeah. The God be disrespectful to these beats. You ain't lying. I like that. That's what somebody
You done with that, right?
Somebody commented like the God be disrespectful to the beats. You ain't lying.
What?
This guy just threw all type of paper in my ranch.
I just asked you what you threw with it.
There go one of the healthy guys on TV. There go one of the healthy guys. XYZ. It's not good for you.
Man, hold on, God. I'm trying to bring our camera back up. I don't know what happened. Oh, she just acting an asshole. The camera just acting up,
Well, you know how to do it. Bounce back in.
Yeah. Hell yeah. We'll get it back right. So yeah, peace. Yeah, the God I power be disrespectful to the beast, man. So yo, I got a couple more joints we gotta bring up, man. We ain't finished real quick. I'm just about to keep on, like we said, keep on pushing it through, keep on rocking.
You said we got some more music.
No, that
okay.
I didn't really
we got
have
we got a clip for him.
I was gonna drop this clip for him.
Yeah. Okay.
Yup, I definitely had a clip for him. Well, for one was one of the most requested clips, one of the most viewed clips. This video got over 100,000, 160,000 views on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? You might have only thought it was on YouTube, but yeah, the 5% connection on TikTok, and this the most viewed video that the 5% connection had on TikTok this year, man. You know what I'm saying? So 160,000 views. I just really thought it would be dope to play this clip out of here, man, because our big brother.
That one from last year?
That was from, from last. It would be from last year.
Yeah, that's from last year.
But it was still lit though. Yeah, that's the.
No doubt. I'm just saying, we got greater to come.
Yeah.
The God's joint was probably one of the most major ones.
Yeah, that shit was.
Word is bummed.
Nice. So yeah, let me drop this, and we'll keep it rolling.
Be accomplished yet. It's just that nobody doing history. You're not sizing up the world that you live in and your environment. Once you come to be a scientist, you know how to make things easy.
And I wanted to say this too, man. For anybody who may be wondering if this may be your first time on the program and you like, yo, man, I ain't know the guys drop video clips too. The whole science is that, yo, we got to drop these clips and we drop bills like this because not only is we here to teach and to go through the history and to build and to add on, we also here to expose you to the places where you can get connected, man, as well as to the information, man, as well as keeping and making sure that a lot of this information and the truth stay out there in the mix. So here, let me let our great brother kick it.
Easy for you in life. I was a bad guy in the street. I mean, I came from the town hall. Everyone of you know what amazed me? My kids all graduating from college. I'm a great-grandfather. Watching my great-grandmother. That's what a 5% do, God. We raise our children to be righteous. We the only ones to stop the problem in the street. And everybody standing here, y'all listening to me, but we got the power to stop everything that you see going in these streets. Word is bond. We can do it. I watched us do it back in the 70s. We infiltrated these gangs. I was first 27 years of Tomahawk, me and Aqua and all of us. And we infiltrated them, and we all came to be righteous, and we came to be men, collectively. So if I didn't have you got it, you ain't got I got it. But we was independent to one another. We all know how to work the source of energy and work the source and for everybody to live and eat together, man, so we can be happy as one family. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We're a family, and y'all don't listen, you'll listen. Everybody can't, first of all, I'm going to tell you now, stop. Everybody ain't qualified to get up here. That's why your job is to qualify, disqualify any man who try to be like you. In return, you disqualify. Everybody ain't got title to get up here and run their fucking mouth. Because everybody don't know what they talking about. All right, personal business ain't what we do. We don't talk about personal business here. We don't talk about what brother killed the brother, what brother. What I want to know is strictly economics, and what we're going to do to save this nation. All right, y'all don't want no stores? Let's think for a minute. Let's think for a minute. We are universal builders, God. We are universal architects, God. I have built and I've seen I have built. I'm here not because I'm here by choice, God. I could be in the woods right now. They still call me Papa Wu. I got a house. I could be anywhere I fucking want to be. I'm still down here in these projects with these kids because I'm not going to leave these babies. I picture me standing, opening the windows every day in the woods, and I know these babies still struggling. I ain't a nigga to live like that. I can't. That's why y'all still see me here. Keep strong. Because it's not over. It's not over yet. We have a job. And I'm going to tell y'all now, everybody that's saying they been claiming to be this, you better be on point, y'all. Because we got a job and I'm getting tired. And all y'all brothers that came with me, y'all looking in my eyes, I am tired, God. I know y'all tired too. We brought this to the streets.
Peace, God.
Peace to the God.
Yeah, man, the God was kicking it.
Yeah, the God dropped it right there.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That was hot off the press right there.
Hot off the
World is Bond, the God gave that up.
Any thoughts on that? I see anything you want to add on?
Yeah, you know, I'm sitting up here listening to the God. I'm feeling like I'm in the cipher. You know, I'm hearing the God say something. I'm like, peace, God. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm right there, right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we both are.
You know, yeah, that's powerful. God always drop mad wisdom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, as well as God, just that one thing I always took from you, God, that energy. And just and coming and understanding that, and I always tell people this, and I think it's a real important point, especially in knowing what we know, is that, man, this ain't for no games.
And God's raw and uncut.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this ain't for no games.
He was always raw and uncut.
We talking about the knowledge and the understanding and the lifestyle, man, that was able to take people from a mentally dead state, from the youth that was lost, that was searching for finding something, to being able to be upright, to be righteous, to be civilized, something that took them, you know, like you said, we here to, even the guy was about to say that, we here to talk about economics and economics, you know, and God, we ain't for no, this ain't for no games, man. And if you think that, learning these teachings is something that you could just download or you could just hit a button and you got it, man, you got the wrong thing. You're in the wrong place.
There's levels to this shit.
It's definitely something that you got to walk, that you got to talk with, that you got to spend some time with some people. God, Truth, you anything you want to add on? I know you kind of...
No, Cypher, God, you had some questions about economic bills?
Oh, yeah. Well, God...
You know,
well, what I would say to that, because I know we was talking about that a little earlier. I want to play one more clip, and then we can go into that real quick.
So we always got conversation for economic.
DJ, free.
Yeah. I just want to get these little joints.
DJ, free.
Yeah, get this joint out the way real quick.
We are running out of time to convert the church into a masjid. Right now, your brothers and...
See the man where you're 80, blind, crippled, crazy, like they say? We taught you all with the mathematics and the alphabet. Because you could be, you go to a person in the street.
We stay showing some love to our brothers, man, at the law school and Mecca joint. So we got a few. If you following us already, man, if you rocking with the 5% Connection, man, make sure you go over there on YouTube, man, and send a subscribe to the law school in Mecca, man, so you can check out some of these dope joints too. But I thought this was a video that really stuck out to me, man. I listen to my big brother all the time, man. This is a guy that I spent a lot of time with, man, and he kicked it. So I'm gonna drop a hot minute for the guy.
50 years old, and ask them, what is one? What does the number one mean? They can't tell you. They say it's an amount. It's the amount of things I have, 1, 2, 3. But what do they mean? Why are they in that order? Every number, every numeral got a meaning. The number is actually the thing that you talk about. You got one apple, the number is the apple, that's the number. The numeral is the symbol that represents that number. So we're dealing with numerals from 1 to 9. 1 to 9 completes a cipher, 0. In arithmetic, they tell you 1 to 10. When you understand mathematics, you see why it's 1 to 10. So you go from 1 to 9 to complete one, what? Circle. The circle is a what? Cipher, right? So when you complete one cipher, what's that? 10. What does 10 mean? 1 cipher. If you complete 2 ciphers, 20.
Yeah.
So 20 means you completed 2 ciphers. 200 means you completed 20 ciphers. Right? But what is a cipher? Everything goes from 1 to 9. What's the process of a baby being born? 9 months. Correct?
Yeah.
That's basically the proper time. Right? 9 months. Knowledge to born. The baby starts with knowledge with that one thing. What's that? That's sperm. That's what he starts off. That's knowledge. That knowledge goes to 2, which is who? The woman. Right?
Yeah.
3 is understanding, which is the cream that rises to the top.
Peace to the God.
Yeah, what I was striving to catch is when he was going through knowledge at a cipher, God. That was nice.
Was that coming up?
Nah, he just went through it. That's what he was just going through.
I thought you were talking about another part.
The part that played. Yo, I like, like I said, I like the God. God always came with a real unique, supreme understanding.
No doubt.
That was always really supreme, man. I strive to spend me and Fakeem spent a little time together, man. Whether that was on the phone or just out and about, man. And when we went to the times we went to Mecca and went to rallies, and the God was one of those gods, man, that gives some supreme understanding. But I like what he was going through in terms of knowledge at a cipher. We said 10 is one. Say 1 cipher. It's like I like that. That was a nice deal, God. Just something any point of that? No, well, just in terms of like where he's saying that a cipher is something that we go to 1 to 9 to make manifest. That is a placeholder. Well, that's all that I thought about when he was going through that. That's all.
It's the same bill, the same understanding that we got from the bill, Firstborn Prince. You know what I'm saying? When he took it through the science of you know, is knowledge add a cipher.
True.
You understand? That's what makes it one cipher. Once it goes from knowledge to born. Once it goes from 1 to 9, that what you got that's born is a cipher. You know, so you got one cipher. You know, so that was profound. And you know, that's one thing about the guys, they always take it and make it real simple.
Yeah.
You know, so much so that a baby can understand it. And that's what's so important because, you know, we focus on the youth the way we do. You know, so, and the guy was very profound with that.
I think one profound understanding I get from it is that we always add on. You know. And so I'm looking at a cipher I'm looking at the cipher as a constant level of elevation. You know, like you become complete within one series of something and you add on to from it to add on to make whatever else is better. I like that.
Yeah, well, you know, that goes back into a part of the teachings where you got where it said that you have, you know, all knowledge comes in the form of a cipher. You know, and as the timeline increases, all you do is really add on to the cipher. You don't create a new cipher. The cipher is just steadily added on to. That's why I like how you formulated that when you said, you know, it elevates. The cipher elevates. It spirals. It spirals upward. You know, and that's what it is. A continuous spiral, a continuous elevation of the cipher. And you just take it and add it on to it. You know, even back in the teaching where the messenger was talking about the 25,000 year cycles. You know, when we're saying that another science, when the next scientist comes, is ruling the 25,000 year cycles. He doesn't come with a new knowledge. He adds on to what was already there, and the cycle continues in a spiraling upward motion. You know, so yeah, I like that how you formed that.
Yeah, nice, God. Peace to the God. No, thank you, God. So, yo, God, listen, man. I know before we get up out of here, man, and before we finish on up, God, it was definitely some questions I had for you, man. True, just in terms of, I know earlier, man, we was talking in terms of the financial space and just be doing, God, and I know that's what you do. Just in terms of you spoke about using business credit. To somebody out there that's looking to start a nonprofit and create an organization and get into that space of helping people and then acquiring the resources to do that, what is some advice you would give them in laying their groundwork, or things to look out for, things that if you could have known when you first got started, you probably would have took advantage of, if you could say. I don't know if that's too much, but
I think it is. I think that's a broad question. I think there's many bricks that hit me upside my head along this journey. I don't know, God. I think like the number one thing that I probably should have did, that I would encourage anyone else to do to kind of overcome that small gap of, you know, winning, because we definitely winning as a nonprofit, a local nonprofit from a small city, Detroit. Everybody got felonies, you know what I'm saying? Like, we definitely, like, from a nonprofit aspect, it definitely looks good. But if it's one thing that I would encourage anybody that wants to get into the nonprofit world is just read. You know, educate yourself about what a nonprofit is. Educate yourself about the different components that you need to operate a nonprofit. Understand you can't do it on your own. You have to have a board. You have to have a team of people that share your vision and that's gonna get to it the way that you want to get to it. Like, I think that was the biggest thing for me. Like, I looked at this as something I could tackle on my own, and as I just kept bumping my head and running into walls, I realized that you need a team and you have to build people around it. I mean, so, like I said, your question was broad, God, but at the end of the day, I mean, that's the best thing to do is really understand what it is that you're getting into.
Peace to the God. No, I can see that.
I don't know, you know, thinking about that question, saying, you know, thinking about the fact that it was broad, because, you know, one thing that made me think about is when he talked about, you know, building credit. you know. And I understand, you know, the concept of building credit and the fact that a lot of things is based on credit or whatnot, you know. But, you know, I'm gonna mention this, and you know, you guys just tell me what you think about this. But me myself, I think the whole idea of credit is kind of I don't know. I think this shit is crazy. I think it's like one of the biggest scams that was produced. The whole idea of credit. I mean, just this is just to me. You know, even though I strive to do what I can to build my credit and make sure, you know, I got a good credit score or whatever, so that I can utilize it in the ways that, you know, it can be utilized. But overall, it just doesn't make sense to me, you know, being charged money to spend money. You know, I just, you know, that's why I've been always kind of like a cash and carry type of individual. You know, I would much rather have cash in hand than credit. And, you know, a lot of times I know that cash gets you better service when you're dealing with individuals. If you got a handful of cash compared to a car, it just seems to me people move better for you when you got cash in hand. You know, so I don't know what y'all think about that.
I think I can agree with you when I say that the system is crazy. I mean, you know, more than the truth, that's like acknowledging that the whole system that America is built upon is crazy. You know, everything that.
Well, once they took the dollar off the gold standard.
Well, I mean, that's when things started making sense anyway. You know, when we went through the Great Depression, when we got birth certificates and Social Security cards and everything became a check and balance system. You know, and I think that what's funny is that at the end of the day, man, everything that we looking at, like the people that have us oppressed, that came up over the years and all that, like how they do it, credit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, what Jay say? You know, how they get in power, credit. You know, so again, guy, I definitely agree with you. It's some crazy shit. It's some bullshit, right? Like, corn grow free out the ground. You put a fence around it and start telling me how much the shit costs. I get it. It's crazy, right?
Right.
But
I mean, this part of the way they get this part of the way that they got the land from individuals.
Yeah, but it's like, God, you know, we don't take baseballs to a football game trying to score points. You know, I mean, and that's kind of like where I'm at with it. Now, I don't agree with anything within this Occidental system of teaching us what our culture is and how we should come up and what we should do. However, I do understand that I need to get ahead in this system in order, because it ain't about me, it's about the babies. So I personally need to get ahead in this system to make sure that I create something different for the babies, and how I'm going to do that with credit, with power, you know, with assets, with real estate, with money, you know, building my trust up and different things of that nature. So, no, I'm in tune with you 100%. And, you know.
Okay, like take for example, like, you got a bank account?
I do. A couple of them.
Right.
A few of them.
So,
quite a few.
If just say, you know, for example, something happens in regards to you have some type of an incident with the with whoever it causes you to get some type of a garnishment or whatnot. You know.
I don't get garnished. How about
no garnishment? No garnishment happen.
Not for nothing that you won't do to me personally. No, sir.
Like the government couldn't do anything. The government couldn't go and freeze your account.
No, sir.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't see why they would. I mean, they could.
I'm not saying why they would. I'm saying the fact that they could.
Yeah, they could. I mean, it's FDIC. It's federally ran by them.
I mean,
they could.
If you owe DTE some money, DTE could go to your bank account and have the money. They couldn't.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
They gonna report it to the credit. And they're gonna blow their face off.
Okay.
Yeah, they report it to the credit. They ain't going to the bank. I'll tell you nothing.
Okay.
No, I get what you're saying though. Like, you're still vulnerable to their system of people being able to lean against your assets and take things again.
Well, then what about things like, you know, you got, you know, a lot of, you know, old folks that don't work for their money, they're not getting their Social Security and their pensions and, you know what I'm saying, the way that they was supposed to.
They should have been putting it into a trust and getting assets.
But I mean, this is the system that's set. You know what I'm saying? When you working a 9 to 5,
I mean, trust
and you putting your
trust and assets. Again, we talking about the system that tie you in.
Right.
Again, you know, they give them nothing. For, you know, He give them nothing, and they think it's everything, you know. So putting your money into a social security system that may not be here years from now, I mean, I understand it. And I'm not saying that something can't go wrong with you, you know, getting properties and, you know, creating Airbnbs and Turos and different, I mean, they got the NFTs. It's crazy.
Well, that's the entrepreneurship, you know.
God, that's legacy and trust. That's really putting your priorities in your own lap and not continuing to suck off the titty of America, God. This is really handling your own affairs.
Well, I was speaking on, like, basically the working class individuals, you know, have their money and they go into the accounts and they got the regular, you know, SSI been taken out, you know, whatnot.
Yeah, I feel for them.
You know, so just putting the trust in those financial institutions like that to me.
Yeah, I would.
You know, and then being charged. The main thing is just being, you know, having my you gonna have my money, and you're gonna take my money and invest it, you know, and give me 6% of 100% of something that's being got. I mean, you're gonna give me 6% of that, and then you're gonna charge me to keep it, you know,
but God, let's
and
get
then
deep,
give
though.
it to somebody else to tell you I owe them.
I mean, God, let's get
without
deep,
my
though.
permission.
Is the IRS a voluntary or involuntary system, God?
Well, of course it's voluntary. I mean, this is my whole point. But however, it's not made to be that way to the average individual. You know, in the system that, you know, the average individual feels like credit is something that you automatically have to do, and your reality will be based upon that. If an individual look like you got a low credit score, you know, a woman wouldn't even want to deal with you.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? She feel like you got a low credit score or something, not even understanding that might not even be important in your reality.
I think knowledge itself steps in there. Because at the end of the day, we understand we ain't just no average individuals. Like, we set ourselves apart from the 85% who are blind, deaf, and dumb, who love being led in the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? Like, we separate ourselves from these things. So
right.
At the end of the day, and I'm not talking about anybody, but I'm saying, like, if it's one thing that we got to understand, is we got to encompass this flag, man.
Well, this is why individuals, you know, whether you're trying to get the knowledge or not, you need to educate yourself.
Ain't no question.
Educate yourself daily on these different things. You know, that's really the gist of it all.
Ain't no question.
You know, and to understand these different things and whatnot, and know how to deal with your money, hold your money, be disciplined, and know how to invest. You know, be your own banking. You know, give your own self them tithes.
Ain't no question. It's hard though. It take discipline, God. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to separate yourself. See, you can't separate yourself from a system that you've been so dependent upon for many years, generationally and hereditarily, and then act like you're just gonna be on your own. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard, man. Like, and when I say hard, meaning like not hard in a sense of being able to actually do it, but hard in a sense of being able to train yourself and discipline yourself to actually live it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard from that aspect. What's wrong, Freedom? You lost this?
Yeah, man.
We lost the whole thing?
Yeah, it was going. I was still doing it, but it was like I was trying to. It still might be. I don't know. I don't know what's happening right now.
But that's a delayed screen right there, right? So it's about to cut off. So that's you can see we were still going right there. You said we still may be going live.
Yeah.
That kind of like it's still on.